Hazrat Abdurrahman, day and night Rasulullah saw. The other companions discussed with all the army officers, dignitaries, and all levels of public representatives staying in Medina, sometimes individually, sometimes collectively. Almost everyone expressed their opinion in favor of Hazrat Uthman. Abdurrahman came to Makrama's house on the morning that Umar's time limit was to expire. He first called Zubair and Saad and sat in the sufa of the Prophet's mosque and spoke to them one by one. Thus he also spoke to Uthman and Ali privately until dawn. Meanwhile, the Prophet's mosque is full of people. Everyone is anxious to hear the final decision. After the Fajr prayer, after a brief address to the assembled Medinans, Abdurrahman announced the name of Hazrat Uthman as Caliph and pledged allegiance to him. After that, Hazrat Ali also pledged allegiance. Then the assembled people pledged allegiance to Hazrat Uthman. He took over the Caliphate on Monday morning, 1st Muharram, 24 Hijri, Tariqul Ummah al-Islamiyya, Kidri Baik. Hazrat Uthman continued to carry out the responsibilities of the Caliphate very efficiently. In the first phase of the Caliphate, no complaints were heard against him. But towards the end, the seeds of discontent against him started growing from the regions of Basra, Kufa, Misr, etc. Basically, the defeated Jewish power played a special role behind the creation of this dissatisfaction. Gradually, they became united rebels and besieged the Caliph's residence in Medina. There were no notables among these rebels. They threatened to kill the Khalifa and demanded his resignation. Cut off the food and water supply to the Caliph's residence. It hinders prayer in the mosque. At one point, they broke into the Caliph's house and killed the elderly Caliph while he was fasting while reciting the Quran. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. This incident took place on 18 Zilhajj, 35 Hijri, after Asr prayer on Friday. Prophet's peace. 25 years gap between death and martyrdom of Hazrat Uthman. He served the Caliphate for 12 days less 12 years. He was buried in the Hashshe Kaukab section of Janatul Baqi. His burial was completed between Maghrib and Isha. Zubair ibn Mutaim Ra, imamat his funeral. Only 70 people attended the funeral of the leader of the Great Caliphate from Kabul to Morocco. There is disagreement as to how old he was at the time of his death, but it was between 82 and 90 years. Al-Fitnat al-Kubra. Caliph Uthman could have exterminated the rebels if he had wanted to be surrounded by them. Other companions were also ready for that. But Hazrat Uthman did not want to shed the blood of any Muslim for himself. He did not want to be the initiator of bloodshed among the Muslims. In fact, at such a critical moment, Hazrat Uthman R.A. The course of action he adopts makes clear the difference between a caliph and a king.